In terms of range, the cello is the musical instrument that is the most like the human voice. It's that comparison that cellist Sheku Kanneh-Mason is leaning into in his latest album, Song. I'm Colleen Phelps. In this look behind the playlist, Sheku Kanneh-Mason tells us how he makes the instrument sing.
Tell me how you and Zach Abel came together for Same Boat.
We have been good friends for a while, and sort of have jammed many times informally and listened to music and gone to gigs and stuff. And so yeah, I always really got on with him as a person and as a musician in sort of an informal way, I suppose. And we wrote this song, yeah, just at my flat. We live very near each other. He came over and we wrote it on my sofa probably, or something like that. And sort of, yeah, had this song and liked it and said it would be great to record this properly and release it. And so I was glad to, yeah, to be able to include this one in the album. It's a style of me. I've never written a song, certainly not in this style before. So it was quite new to me, but in process that I really enjoyed.
I don't know a lot of classical artists who would say they got together with friends and just jammed. Can you talk about
Yeah.
even just how to start that when you're, coming through a traditional, I mean, your family
Mm.
has, a very strong musical upbringing to bring to the table. But can you talk about for the artist who's, played in the orchestra and taken their private lessons and always read everything off the sheet music, how to sort of
Mm.
branch out their playing?
Yeah, I mean, it's something that you have to just try. I mean that quite seriously, because I think yeah, just having the openness and the willingness to try is so important. And I think, I mean, playing a classical instrument and playing classical music to a high level is in a very demanding process. I mean, there's lots that you have to study and understand and practice. But I think making the time and the conscious effort to be open to, I mean, art in general, but music outside of what you, I don't know, would consider your main focus, I think is really, really important, and making that just a part of who you are. And I mean, how I play another style of music doesn't necessarily influence, and certainly probably doesn't tangibly or directly influence how I play um, uh, the written down classical music that I play. But I think it's the openness and the um, freedom, or the free relationship towards music and your imagination of sound. I think that is, yeah, is really benefits a lot from exploring all of these different things, I think.
So we've talked a little about improvisation, making arrangements, and taking the time to branch out. Covers of popular songs have been a little bit of a signature for you on your albums between Hallelujah and No Woman, No Cry. And now I Say a Little Prayer for You, making those arrangements even on a really practical level. Do you start with playing the melody of the song and sort of singing it through the instrument? Or do you start with the chords and the structure of the song and figuring out how you're going to self
Mm.
accompany?
Yeah, it's a good question. I think for every song, process is different. I think often it's usually songs, I don't know, songs that I've been listening to and thinking about, and just sort of, I don't know, informally mess around on the cello. I think I'm very lucky I have, or not, well, yeah, lucky in the sense that I have perfect pitch, but I've also spent a lot of time thinking about harmony. And when I hear a song, I can uh, yeah, I know all of the chords that are happening and where to find them on the cello, and I find that's useful. And so, yeah, I find it quite easy and natural to arrange both, the harmonies and the bass lines and the melodies, all for the cello, and it's quite a creative and fun process to sort of sometimes quite problem solving based as well. And for example, this Say a Little Prayer that I recorded on this album song, that's all with pizzicato, and I wanted to yeah, pick out bits of the bass line, the melody, and the harmony in between, and yeah, it's a fun process coming up with something like that. But I think I just spend also time that I should have been practicing just messing about, to be honest. That's part of it, I have to say.
More traditionally, you have a commission from Edmund Finnis. Tell us about the 5 Preludes.
Yeah, I love these pieces, and I've loved performing them and recording them finally as well. Edmund, he wrote these pieces for me and for the Royal Academy of Music. They did like a 200 pieces commission for their 200th anniversary year, and this was the piece that he wrote, and I premiered at the Academy, and it's really incredibly sensitive and poetic writing for the cello. I think each prelude has a very distinctive, direct character, and I think it's very certainly in performance, very sort of intimate music, and I think it's a music ability to not shout out all of its ideas and sort of try to grab your attention in any way, but rather to sort of draw you in with all of the subtle things that he's doing, and the creative and detailed sides of the music that he explores. And so I think they're pieces that will hopefully come to stay, because they're really effective in performance and recording, and so yeah, I enjoyed that.
Song, featuring cellist Sheku Kanneh-Mason, is available wherever you stream music, and you can hear Me Vanwe, Say a Little Prayer for You, and more on 90.5 WUOL Classical Louisville.